Hello everyone, welcome to Danganronpa V3. Well, this is the demo, but yeah, welcome. I'm your host, SimonOuma, and I'm here with Stiff.
Hi.
So yeah, we are playing the demo here for Kokichi's birthday, June 21st.
Indeed we are. Trying to do Kokichi's little bye. Instead of that, it's just hi.
Nice. So we did do some tests of this, but besides that, I've not played it before. It is interesting though. But yeah, so shall we just hop in? We're gonna do the trial here and see our boy Kokichi, and here's Steve. Yay! Steve, so you ready to go?
Ready to go when you are.
Okay, we're putting on the skills they give us. Attentive influence, boosts our HP. Extraordinary focus, we have a boost to the focus. And machine gun, which makes the silencer go faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's just hop into it, shall we? And hear our boys.
Yep.
Alright, let's go.
First, a simple explanation of the class trial. The outcome will be decided by your votes. Vote correctly and only the blackened will be punished. But if you vote incorrectly, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate instead.
Hey, do you guys really think that one of us killed Hiro?
Of course.
Going to nuff the culprit!
I'm not the culprit either! Only degenerate males would commit such an act of violence.
We've already ruled out half the suspects?
Shit, this is gonna be fucking easy!
We can't rule out suspects that way. We need to look at all the possibilities.
Agreed. But what to discuss first? Suspicious places, things, people?
Keo looks creepy. That's suspicious enough for me.
Speaking of suspicious people, how about that one with the strange title?
Oh, you're talking about the ultimate supreme leader, right? That's super suspicious.
Hey, Steve. There he is.
Should you be saying that about yourself?
Now, you'll all have a chance to assert your innocence. Okay, let's begin!
Where should going to begin?
We just gotta tackle the suspicious stuff one thing at a time, right?
So Kokichi's talent and Keo's face are both suspicious? I could strip them both butt naked with my magic, but my MP's low right now.
A night in the dorms would restore your MP, but the trial would be over by then.
First, we have to determine what is suspicious and what is the truth. In order to make that clear, how about we start by going over the case?
I agree. If we sort out the details, we might figure out which parts don't add up.
I see. Then let's do it!
It's starting soon. The debate to decide the culprit.
Yeah, you know, it is like really weird hearing Makoto and Hajime in this game.
Yeah, no kidding.
And having them in the trial, like, weird. It doesn't sound right. But yeah, okay, so this should be our first non-stop debate.
If I notice anything, I need to point it out. Not just for my life, but for everyone else's lives too. And now the class trial has begun. As things progress during each class trial, non-stop debates will occur. During non-stop debates, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to note any lies or contradictions in their statements. You'll have to use the truth bullets you gather to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim and fire with Y, or X as you're calling it.
Yes, that makes it easier for my brain.
Aim for the gold words displayed in their statements. Those are the weak points. There's a chance that the lies or contradictions are hiding within those weak points. Remember, this is just a possibility, so it won't always work. Also, it can only be refuted by the correct truth bullet. Compare everyone's statements to the truth bullets you have, and shoot your truth bullet at the proper weak point. Also, the pink words are called white noise. Your truth bullets will disappear if they touch these lines, so think of them as obstacles. You can use the silencer with A to shoot down the white noise. Please time your truth bullets just right, so they won't get interrupted by the white noise. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. Sorry, this is getting long, I know. Basically, if you find a weak point, then try shooting a truth bullet at it. Oh, forgot. The new element. During the trial, you can concentrate to make time slow down. This will also reveal a small red dot within weak spots, called the V point. If you hit that with the correct truth bullet, you'll get an awesome V counter. Bullseye! V counters really improve your score, the number of mono coins you earn, so try that out.
Yeah, we're not trying that because, well, I couldn't really see those, so we're just gonna aim for the text.
Yeah. Just your V counters in this trial version so you'll look pro when the game comes out.
Nope, not doing it.
During a non-stop debate, Start will bring up the controls.
Actually, that one is select.
Non-stop debate start. Monokuma file.
The victim
Evidence
was
of a struggle.
Yasuhiro Hagakure. He was a classmate of mine.
Sounds like the victim, Yasuhiro, and the suspect, Makoto, knew each other.
Everyone here is a potential suspect.
The murder happened in Kaede's room, right?
More precisely, in Kaede, Makoto, and Hajime's. The three main characters' room.
Even more precisely, it was in the bathroom.
So that hero guy must have been taken by surprise while he was in the bathroom. He didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, that's wrong!
There we go.
Hey, Kaito. About the room where the murder happened. I think they fought in there. Isn't that right, Kirumi? That is correct. I entered Kaede's room once before the incident and twice after. Prior to the incident, the room was slightly dusty, but after, it was in a terrible state. Just as Kaede said, we can presume a struggle happened in that room.
Okay, so that room wasn't such a mess to begin with, then.
Kirumi, you went into that room too? Yes, to clean it. I do this for all the dorm rooms. But I did not see the culprit or hero.
I plainly saw Kirumi going in and out of the dorms. She was only in each room a short time, and I didn't hear any sort of struggle. So I think it would have been difficult for her to have killed Hiro then.
Which two people fought in that room? We must first make that clear.
The two people who fought in that room were Yasuhiro and the culprit, Kirumi and Yasuhiro, Kaede and Shuichi, Yasuhiro and Monokuma.
Yeah, I can read this text just fine.
Yeah.
I get it!
That's the hero and the culprit.
Of course. It was Hiro and the culprit.
Huh? Really?
Who else would it be, dumbass? You got shit for brains or something?
Yes.
Who you calling a dumbass? I'm Kaito Momota, luminary of the stars.
He said the line.
No, you're Sasuke Aizen.
Don't raise your voice
Or
like
Ganju.
that!
Ganju Shiba.
Or Ganju.
Hey, you two
It's
idiots
true.
over there. Stop chit-chatting and keep this discussion moving.
Okay, thanks, Kokichi.
Hey! Don't lump me in with that idiot! You're talking to the gorgeous girl genius, Iruma!
Yep, you two should be lumped together. Your statements are on the same level.
Judging from the
burn.
state of the crime scene,
Shots fired.
Yep.
after struggling with the culprit, Yasuhiro ran into the bathroom.
It's also weird to
But
hear
the culprit chased after him and killed
Johnny
him.
Young Bosch or
That's the most likely
Ichigo
chain of events.
talking like a normal student.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
Kokichi,
that's
Steve.
probably what happened. Well, Kaede, continue where you left off.
Yeah, you know, or our boy Uryu here talking like a crazy person.
For all we know, maybe that's the reason why he does the things he does in Founding Your Blood War, because he's getting away from the crazy people.
You never know. Speaking of, it is really nice hearing Steve do new lines for Kokichi that, you know, we haven't heard before.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yes. Yay, new Kokichi stuff.
Speaking of which, happy birthday!
Happy
Kokichi.
birthday, little Chaos Gremlin birthday boy.
Little Chaos Gremlin birthday boy.
Aw.
Look how sweet and innocent that little face is. You'd
Yeah.
trust him, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, just look at that liar. Okay, moving on.
Wait, why me?
Kokichi, don't single out Kaede. In a class trial, everyone needs to contribute.
He's
But
just like,
you
yeah.
know, if we just have Kaede talk the whole time, this might end sooner.
No, he
You
knows
seem awfully
everything.
wary of Kaede. You think she'll incriminate herself?
Kokichi knows who did it.
It's
Is
not
he
just
not a liar?
Kaede I'm wary about, though.
The discussion won't move forward
Careful,
if we all just
Kokichi.
point
Your dragon,
fingers.
your Digimon Empress shall win.
Oh, totally.
Like Shuichi said, we need to talk about all the possibilities.
Yeah, what he said. No way Kaede's the culprit.
Kaito, this trial won't go anywhere if you don't suspect anyone.
I mean, he's not
Cut it
wrong.
out, you
That's your
degenerates!
boy.
You're holding up the debate!
Senko, chill.
I believe
Chill,
Hajime
lady.
is correct about the circumstances of Yasuhiro's murder. What we have to determine now is the murder weapon.
The weapon that took Hiro's life.
You sure? Cause Miss Andry over there looks like she could pummel a dude to death. Let me make this perfectly clear. The art of Neo Aikido is not used for murder. If I had to fight off a male, I'd just throw him across the room.
That, still might kill someone.
Gonta could maybe use fists as weapons, but then Gonta would be no gentleman.
You're calling yourself a weapon?
There was no indication the body was punched. I don't believe fists were the murder weapon.
Then our murder weapon is the knife stabbed into his gut?
Dedoy! You don't have to be a genius like me to know that knife was the weapon!
A knife?
No, that wasn't the actual weapon, guys.
I wonder, was the murder weapon lodged in Hiro's abdomen really a knife?
That was, but it's not the murder weapon.
I need to find out more about the weapon used to kill Hiro. In scenes where you have to deduce an image, Mind Mine will begin. In this mode, the objective is to dig up the answer. At the beginning, the answer will be completely covered by pieces. Use the LS stick to move the cursor and delete the pieces with the A button. Pieces will be erased when two or more of the same color are connected. The adjacent pieces will then change color in the following order: white, pink, yellow, white. If you do it right, you can remove all the pieces from an object. The trick is to predict how the adjacent pieces will change. When all the pieces atop an object are gone, you can select the object as the answer. If you select the wrong object, your influence gauge will take damage. If there's just one piece left, you can press the A button repeatedly to break it. But that will incur a time penalty, so don't just button mash.
Oh, we're gonna button mash.
It might sound complicated, but trust me, you'll get it as you play. We await your response.
Alright.
Mine start.
You need to tell me what we're looking at.
We're looking for a knife.
Yes, you need to tell me where it is.
I think you're actually on top of it.
Oh,
Just
really?
gotta move a few more pieces. Up a little bit. Okay, down a little.
Get it yet? No.
Yeah, there's a few more pieces covering it up. To the left. Down. There we go. You got it.
Alright, that wasn't too bad. Definitely need your help seeing what the images are when they're covered up.
Yeah.
The culprit didn't stab Hiro in the stomach with just any knife, but specifically a kitchen knife, right?
Really?
Yeah, I caught a glimpse of it too. That was definitely a kitchen knife.
That's pretty suspicious. Maybe you just saw it wrong.
How could I see a kitchen knife wrong? Everyone knows what those look like.
A knife? I do remember seeing a knife in the kitchen. That could be it.
I see. An excellent deduction from the ultimate detective. Well done.
It's not because I'm a detective. I'm still in training.
Aw, Shuichi.
You really don't need to be a detective to know that the knife came from the kitchen.
Yeah, okay, Maki.
Either way, it's exactly what Shuichi said. One kitchen knife is gone from the kitchen.
Then the one who took the knife from the kitchen is our culprit.
Jeez, who cares about the murder weapon?
Yeah, that's not the murder weapon.
What do you mean,
He
who
knows that.
cares?
We can already guess who the culprit is. There's a super-duper huge hint already.
Yep.
Are
Kokichi
you
knows it all.
talking about the murder scene? What?
Atua says the occupant of the room where Yasuhiro was killed is the culprit. Well, you say the occupant, but Makoto, Hajime, and Kaede were all in that room.
Wait, you're suspecting us?
Well, the murder did take place in our room. It's understandable that you'd suspect us. But I didn't do it. It might have been our room, but I never even went inside before the murder.
I didn't either.
Okay, did you? I definitely didn't do it! After Monokuma told us, I went into that room for the first time and saw Hiro dead. The murder scene was in yours and the other's room. Also, you were the first witness. If you don't have evidence to prove you're not the culprit, then you're still suspicious. No way!
Ugh, I already told you it's not Kaede. Suspecting her right off the bat is so mean.
Yeah, because you know who did it.
Hey, you're the one who brought it up!
Did I ever say Kaede's the culprit?
No, but he is a
It
liar.
makes sense to suspect the first witness as the culprit. But taking shortcuts like that won't get us the best result.
Maybe. But coming from a suspect, it still sounds suspicious.
But like Hajime said, we can't afford to get caught up in assumptions. We need to talk this over more to uncover the truth. This is a test.
Huh?
Yeah, Makoto just gave himself away. When I think I know what happened.
Yeah. This is a test?
I agree with Hajime. We still have many questions about this incident.
As long as there is room for debate, it is rash to decide upon the culprit.
That's right. If we give up now, the class trial will end.
Gonta not good at tough subjects, but Gonta will work hard for everyone's sake.
No, I'm going to.
That's right! We need to work together so we can overcome this class trial.
Everything's gone smoothly so far, but...
Huh? Did you say something, Makoto?
No, it's nothing.
Either way, we've got 3 main suspects now.
The culprit is not necessarily among them, but they remain suspicious.
It's not any of them. I believe in these guys.
Well, right now, they're the most likely culprits.
Oh, maybe one of them took the knife from the kitchen?
Nope, they did not do it. Hiro did.
If that's the case, that would be pretty suspicious.
If we can determine who took the murder weapon from the kitchen,
It was Hiro.
that would clear Kaede of suspicion.
First, we should listen to Kaede and the others' testimonies.
That would be best. I'm certain they've been longing for the chance to speak.
That's right. Kaede, are you okay with that too?
Yeah, we have to at least try.
Whoa, whoa! Wait a second! I'm all for lively debate, but I won't allow Keiji Kaede to participate!
Rude, Monokuma.
What? Why?
Cause STFU, that's why!
What does that mean?
It means it'll stir the fun up! Get it?
No.
Right now, the fun's just simmering.
Anyway, instead of Keiji Kaede,
We're gonna have someone else deliver their testimony instead.
Okay, evil Orihime.
Just make a shit ton of
It's not already
excuses
made
for why
actors.
you're not the culprit.
Sounds like her, though.
It's not.
Okay, but
Sonya's
before
actor.
all that, what am I supposed to do?
Natalie Hoover, I think her name is.
Magic? Do
Maybe.
you want me to unleash a deadly explosion spell?
No, I don't think we need magic. We need to talk about the kitchen knife. Like, did you see that knife? What happened in the kitchen and dining hall?
We're in a mass
Anything?
panic debate. It'll be
Oh,
fun.
maybe I can help. Alright, I guess I'll just do it then.
Kaede, I'll leave this to you. I want you to discern our voices.
now it's time for a new segment to begin. The Mass Panic Debate!
Yep. There we go.
I'm not the culprit.
This is gonna be a pain after all, huh?
Oh no! All 3 people are talking at once.
Yeah, so, I think Makoto did it. Because he's like the only person who could replicate the first.
He's shady.
The first
He's
case.
shady.
I mean, he really is the only person who could replicate the very first case that happened in his room. Since this is a rehash.
So, what did you teach him?
What did you do, Makoto?
What did you teach him, Nagito? Hajime?
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. Makoto's totally sus, and, we have the, that first case on this channel, too, so... Yeah.
Everyone is clamoring to prove her innocence. There's a panic in the courtroom.
Oh!
I get it. Oh, that's right. It's time. You will now be thrown into a mass panic debate. During the mass panic debate, 3 debates will happen at the same time. But remain calm. It's just like a non-stop debate. You're just hearing triple the opinions. Simple, right? But don't get cocky. The mass panic debate will also have loud voice dialogue. It's when one of your opponents shouts their opinion in a loud voice. That blocks out everyone's arguments. Even if you see a weak spot, you can't refute it. Oh no! What do I do then? That's what you're thinking, right?
No, if this was the real game, I would just use, like, Kaede's skill to get rid of those, and that makes it easier.
Luckily, it's just like white noise. Shut them up with the A-button silencer.
Maybe it's not Kaede's skill. There's a skill that'll make the loud voices go away. That makes it easier to do this part.
After that, all of the arguments will be audible again. Solve through everyone's opinions, find a line of contradiction, and refute it. You can also use V-counter, so if you're confident, give that a shot.
Nope.
Thank you for your time. Sincerely, System.
Okay, so skills will make this easier if we do actually play this, but, yeah, this is kind of tricky.
I was with
I never
Tango
went to the kitchen.
in the dining hall.
There's no way I could have gotten the knife.
She was teaching me the difference between real magic and a magic trick.
It was just the two of us there for my lecture.
If someone was in the dining hall,
Everybody knows the difference between magic and a trick.
Also, I was making tea.
All the different voices are confusing me, but I'm sure I heard a suspicious statement. According to Tenko's testimony, there should be a contradiction in one of these statements.
I was with
I
Tango
never went to the kitchen.
in the dining
So
hall.
there's no way I could have gotten the knife.
She was teaching me the difference between real magic and a magic trick.
It was just the two of us there for my lecture.
I hear it! Got it. When I can see where my cursor is, it makes it much easier.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. While Tenko and Himiko were in the dining hall, there was one other person who went in there too.
Tenko? Were you drinking tea by yourself in the dining hall?
No, I was with Himiko. She was teaching me the difference between magic and magic tricks. We were here together when the body discovery announcement was made.
I see. And during that time, did anyone else come?
I think so. It was just one person. A degenerate male, actually. I don't know who, because I wasn't interested in seeing the exact degenerate that walked in.
Well, since we're redoing the first case, it was Hiro. The victim.
Isn't that right, Tenko?
Yes, that's true. But I'm sorry, I don't remember who it was. I was too focused on Himiko's lesson to notice the exact degenerate that showed up.
Yeah, you even said you weren't interested because it was a man who walked in.
Then what about you, Himiko? Did you see who came into the dining hall?
Yeah. Now that I think about it, someone was in the kitchen. Someone who's no longer with us.
Yep, Hiro.
Someone who's no longer with us? Is that? When you had to deduce how things are connected, Psyche Taxi would start up.
Yeah, this is what I really need your help for, so you're gonna have to, like,
Yep, no problem.
Read the question for me and tell me, like, which direction to go in for the answer, or read the answers in order. Either one.
No worries. The objective of this mode is to gather the letter cubes to form the question. Use the A button to accelerate, and the LS stick to move left and right. By picking up letter cubes running around, you can complete the question. Once you've completed the question, you head toward the escort and this is the correct answer. If that's the right answer, they go in your car. If it's the wrong answer, something bad happens. so there'll be other cars on the road. If you hit those, you'll take focus energy damage. It's getting dangerous. Use RP to concentrate, stay calm, and avoid them. Please drive safely. Enjoy the ride. Thank you for your understanding. Psych taxi, start.
Yeah, so I could do this okay. This was like one of the things I was worried about being able to do.
I think it was like Mario Kart.
I don't really play Mario Kart. And I hit the edges. I missed that one. It's fine.
It's fine, you still got plenty of cubes to collect.
Yeah, I can see them pretty well, so it's okay. I just go slower. Yeah.
Who is not here?
Okay.
Alright. Options are victim or culprit.
Alright.
Victim is on the left, culprit is on the right.
Thank you. There we go. Yeah, I really can't read that stuff.
Do they have to make it so bright? I mean, I guess it's supposed to be like 80s aesthetic, but it doesn't have to be that bright.
It's the white on pink. It's kind of tricky to read, honestly. I mean, it's not bad if I can zoom in on it, but, well, I can't really do that on the PC like I do on the Switch. But hey, Simon can drive. So that's a thing.
And then he crashed into the corner of the road.
It's fine. I only did that like twice there. I've been doing pretty decent so far. I'm good. Oh, I missed that one.
That's fine. Still got plenty of cubes to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, who is the victim of this case? Okay. On the left, we have Hajime Hinata. In the middle, Yasuhiro Hagakure. On the right, Makoto Naegi.
Alright, here we go.
It's connected.
Are you saying Hiro's the one who went into the kitchen?
Yep, he totally did.
There's no mistaking that dumb hair of his.
Then the one who took the knife from the kitchen is...
It's reasonable to assume that it was the victim himself, Yasuhiro Hagakure. Whether it was for self-defense or murder, however, remains a mystery.
But that's strange, isn't it? Why would the victim take the murder weapon?
Yeah, that weird. Ino would stab himself in own stomach.
You're clearly out of your element. I already have this whole thing figured out.
No, you don't, but Kokichi does.
That Yasuhiro dude totally stuck himself in the gut, which makes this a suicide, baby!
No, that's not possible.
Yeah, listen to Shuichi.
As we already discussed, there were signs of a struggle in that room.
Oh, you noticed? I was just testing you idiots, in case you'd forgotten.
It seems that the culprit took the knife from Hiro and used it to kill him.
You mean culprit could be person who not bring knife?
That's right.
Too bad. I guess Kaede's still suspicious.
Of course he'd say
And
that.
so are Makoto and Hajime.
Maybe we're thinking too hard. Isn't the first witness suspicious after all?
First witness? You mean Kaede?
Suspicion now falls upon you, Kaede. Do you have an explanation?
Hold up! I didn't do it! Ha! Look at her shake like a fucking rabbit! Just relax. This'll all be over once we reach the climax.
Okay, Mew.
Mew, chill.
Yeah.
No matter what she says, I'm not the culprit. But how do I convince everyone?
So, tell us, Kaede. You're the culprit, aren't you?
You know that she's not. Because you know everything there, buddy.
No, that's wrong!
Yeah, you've got that wrong.
Oh, they said the things.
Oh? The two leads just said their catchphrases! Finally, this is getting exciting!
I believe you, Kaede. You're absolutely not the culprit.
Don't give up now, Kaede. You can't let it in here. For all our sakes, and yours too.
Makoto, Hajime.
Kaede, don't give up hope. Keep going and you'll be able to reach the truth.
You're right. That's what I wish for too. But how do I prove my innocence?
That's... fine. I guess my decisive testimony will help us find our culprit.
Yeah, there we go. Of course he knows what happened.
What?
You know who culprit is? That
Yep.
means everyone not have to get punished.
Then, after we hear Kokichi's statement, we can take the rest of the day off.
No, because he's lying.
I can finally go back to my warm, familiar bed in the dorm.
Huh? You're used to it already?
Kokichi, if you had information like that, why didn't you tell us sooner?
Because that'd be boring, duh.
Well, if I said something that important right away, that wouldn't be much fun.
Exactly.
Anyway, the culprit is Makoto.
Huh?
Of course.
What are you saying?
Makoto is the culprit? That's not possible.
Yeah, it kind of is, because Kokichi knows everything, because it's Kokichi.
Too true. Too true.
Even if he's lying, he's, lying about lying, because he knows what happened. But yeah, Makoto probably did do it, because, yeah, like I said before, he's really the only one who could replicate this first case. But, I'm thinking, if Makoto really did it, and this is a demo, I don't think anyone actually died and Makoto didn't kill anyone.
I don't think so either.
I mean, that's my theory, Yeah, Makoto wouldn't kill anyone, so this is all a setup. Yasuhiro's not really dead, and yeah, this is just like a test for them because it's the demo.
Yeah.
That's Simon's theory.
Yeah.
What do you think, Tifa?
I think so too.
Yeah.
Look at that precious little being.
Yep.
He's not evil.
Makoto wouldn't do it. Neither would Kokichi
Nagito
for that
would,
matter.
though.
Yes, Nagito totally would.
For the name of hope, I'll do it.
I mean, he could be...
Nagito, no!
Makoto could be Nagito in disguise. Nagito could be Makoto in disguise. They share a voice actor, but I think nobody died. It's like a stand-in or something,
Yep.
Alright, let's go.
Let's go. I really do want to believe it's impossible, but Makoto has no alibi for where he was after we split up. He only appeared after the murder. Maybe during that time. Ugh. But Makoto believes in me. So I want to believe in him too. I might be able to help Makoto if I lie.
Oh yeah, we get to do the lying now, because that happens once a case. At least.
Yeah. Did you hear that? A lie?
Yeah, no, we're gonna pull a Kokichi. It's a lie.
Now I know that sounds crazy. Telling a lie in a class trial? But sometimes telling a lie is necessary to reach the truth. Whereas for Kokichi, it was Tuesday.
Yep. Hey, we're recording this on a Tuesday. So this will be going out. Worry. So, you know, this will be going out on Kokichi's birthday, which is a Saturday.
Oh, but don't worry. There are no lies in this tutorial.
Oh yeah, sure, because that's a lie.
Makes us feel so comforted.
Yep. It's a lie!
From here on out, there will be times in the debate you have to lie. Before, you had to refute the lies. But now, you'll have to lie yourself.
Right, I think I just need to hold the... what I call X button down. Yeah.
Doesn't that get your heart pumping?
Sure.
Here's how it works. Select a truth bullet like normal non-stop debates. But when you hold Y, the truth bullet will become a lie bullet with the opposite meaning.
No, that's called X. We use Nintendo controls.
Yes. Yeah. Releasing X or Y will shoot the lie bullet. When you use a lie bullet to argue or agree with someone's statement, it will become a perjury, a statement that paints over the truth with lies. While lying, your influence goes will drain. A successful lie will restore it. But if you miss with your lie bullet, you will take damage, so be careful. You can't V counter here, but you can pull off a V perjury.
Nope, we're not going to do that either.
And that would be awesome. So try that.
Nope, I can't hit those.
Thank you much, Lee.
When I have better skills in the main game, we can do those things.
Yeah.
May we hear your testimony?
Well, actually, before the body discovery announcement, I saw Makoto leave that room by himself! I swear!
By that room, you mean the crime scene, right?
Makoto looked like he had just murdered someone.
Before the body was found, I didn't go into that room even once. So Kokichi must be mistaken.
Makoto has no alibi for where he was after we split up. It only appeared after the murder. I want to believe in him. So, I have to lie about Makoto never being there.
May we hear your testimony?
Well, actually, before the body discovery announcement, I saw Makoto leave that room by himself! I swear!
Turn this lie
You're lying,
into the
Kokichi.
truth!
And so are we.
Well, ever since I woke up in the academy, and up until the body discovery announcement, I was with Makoto the entire time, so Kokichi couldn't have seen him.
Kaede, you'd rather choose a lie than the truth, just to protect Makoto?
Of course he knows you're lying.
Do you have any proof to show that I'm lying, Kokichi?
He's a liar. He doesn't need it.
Nope, none at all. I lied about seeing Makoto.
Of course.
Why, you...
Steve.
Don't mess with us!
For you to make a false statement when our lives are at risk, I am not amused.
I just wanted Makoto to talk, so I simply tricked him into speaking.
Aww.
Why beat around the bush like that?
Because it's Kokichi.
Because it's still not clear where Makoto was before and after the incident, right? Oh, man. I totally thought Makoto would talk if we started accusing him.
Responding to an obvious lie with another obvious lie? I don't know about that.
Oh yeah! After I heard the body discovery announcement, I checked out the rooms. Hi, Idiot was all by herself.
And Makoto wasn't even there!
It's
her
weird
nicknames.
that they would split up after they found out a body had been discovered. I don't get why you would do that. Can you explain, Kaede?
You wished to protect Makoto. There is beauty in such a wish. But Kaede, your lie is far too fragile and fleeting to protect anyone.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Kaede, tell lie?
You didn't notice, huh?
Thanks for believing in me, Kaede.
Everyone thought my lie was too weak. I need to be more convincing if I want them to believe me.
Yeah, I guess she's not good at lying, because in the main game, she doesn't actually get the lie mechanic. Shuichi does.
No, she doesn't.
So it's like the only real time we see her lie, or try to.
Yeah. I'll remember that next time I need to lie.
Yeah, there won't be a next time for that.
No. Of course, I hope that time never comes.
We just got dragged around by Kokichi's lies. We didn't clear a single thing up.
Yeah, because that's Kokichi.
Meanwhile, your remaining time is slowly but surely dwindling.
Huh? There's a time limit too?
Of course there is. No one wants to watch a literal non-stop debate. That shit's boring.
Hell yeah! We'd have to rip and tear into your huge guts just to make it entertaining!
We know that
Everyone
Hiro
does,
brought
like,
the murder
I'm not
weapon,
in
the
this.
kitchen knife,
Yep.
and fought the culprit in Kaede's room, where the culprit took the knife and killed Hiro.
We haven't narrowed down the suspects at all. Kaede and the other two are still suspicious. That hasn't changed yet.
Yeah, Makoto did it.
What a pain. Kaede, just confess already.
I don't need to confess just because it's a pain for you.
Atua says that Kaede is the culprit. I think we should listen to him.
No way am I gonna let them pin me as the culprit for that reason. If I tell them I'm not, then they might suspect Makoto instead.
Well, yeah, he did it. Or didn't do it, if my theory is right.
Anyway, we have to discuss this even further. What other clues are there?
It can't end like this. No one wants an ending like that.
What did you do, Makoto?
So, Hajime?
Leave this to me. Everyone listen up. Like we said, Kaede isn't the culprit.
Do you have evidence that proves that?
Also, I don't tolerate lies from anyone, but especially not from degenerate males. Got it?
Okay, chill,
It's
Tenko.
no lie.
Chill.
I have the evidence. Something was dropped at the scene of the crime. Right, Kirumi?
Oh yeah, the
I
hair.
think I know what you're referring to. It was on the ground, but what about it?
And there's something else. Kaede, you know what I'm talking about, right? Something off about the crime scene?
Something off?
Yeah, that it's the very first case and they're redoing it.
Yes.
That
Suspicious.
thing left on the ground, and the fact that something was off about the crime scene. If we put those two things together, we'll have all the facts.
Is that...
Wait!
Denied.
That's it!
Yep.
I won't let you go any further! Why? Because this is just the demo version!
Of course, Simon was right.
Roll in the dungeon. Class trial intermission.
But I want to know who did it.
I look forward to seeing you guys start your real killing game semester!
Well, that's kind of anticlimactic.
Hey, how was our acting?
Of course. Why was I right? How do I know these games too well?
How's your psychic?
I know, right? I'm psychic. I was totally right.
It wasn't too shabby. I especially liked how convincingly you wasted everyone's time.
I was a little worried about the end there. Hope it was exciting enough.
No, you just didn't give us a conclusion, and I wasn't able to test the other part I needed to test with Peter.
No, what the hell?
Yeah, I need to test, like, the closing argument and the armament thing, the rhythm game, and see if I can do those. But yeah, it might be okay.
Well, since we got through it smoothly, that's it for today.
Smell you later.
Good job, everyone.
Of course, it was all an act.
Good job. See ya.
Hey! Wait for me!
Oh, that's right. He's not dead.
He's just an actor.
You stupid!
Wait, it can't end yet. We got to tell the most important part.
Yeah, and I have one thing to say about Hiro not being dead.
Yeah.
Are you undead?
Ah!
Oh, that's right.
This is an announcement!
Oh,
Load this demo save data into the full version of the game, and you'll get a special reward.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! So you better save it.
Yeah.
So long, farewell!
Okay.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye.
Yeah, well, that's the demo. Very anticlimactic, and I did not,
A little bit.
I did not know about any of this because I've never played this before or really seen much about it. So, yeah, it was a good experience.
Was unexpected.
Very. Since it'll actually let me save now, since we couldn't save before. All right, so that's saved. Yeah, so I have not played this before, really known much about it, and it was very good to have a new experience of playing a new Danganronpa game, kinda.
Yeah. Okay, we both played the game before, the full version, but
Yeah.
this was definitely a whole new experience for me.
Oh, same here.
Because I don't know if they ever put the demo version of V3 on the Switch.
They did not, which made me mad. I'm like, oh, I want to play it and see it because it's its own little story, and we finally got to do it.
We're gonna hear more Kokichi.
Yes, it was very nice hearing new Kokichi lines from Steve and, going through this like a new game pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much indeed.
So yeah, a little birthday present for Kokichi's birthday because June 21st is his birthday. And indeed.
He's the birthday boy.
He is. That's a lot of fun to do for his birthday. Yeah, so, what do you think of doing the main game?
Yeah, I think we can give it a shot.
I think
See if
we
can rope
can.
in any of our friends.
I think we can, though. I don't know if we'll actually be able to finish it because Endgame is very, very difficult for me even on the Switch.
That's true.
I mean, I won't spoil Endgame, but we might need to find it somewhere to watch the end or something, as I don't know if I'll be able to play it, especially the final Mass Panic debate, which is slight spoiler, you need to hit 6 statements all in order, and if you don't hit them in order, you go back to the first one, and that's really, 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 really hard for me, even on the Switch.
Oi, oi, oi.
And then there's the timed investigation, which is also difficult for me, especially because it's at night and in the dark. So chapter 6 is going to be a little rough, and we might not actually finish the game. But
that's fair.
That being said, do you want to give the main game a shot?
I'm down for it if you are.
I mean, I'd like to give it a try, and we'll see if we can how well we can do, because there are other trial elements we didn't get to try out here. So I think we can try and manage it.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys over there on YouTube viewers, let me know if you guys actually want to see Danganronpa V3. I mean, we do still have Trigger Happy Havoc going when we get back to that, and this will be skipping over Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. So yeah, let me know if you guys want to actually see the full game, and we can work on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, until then, just look at all the links. We have the Patreon and Simon Sanctum Discord you guys can check out, as well as Tifa's channel and all the stuff we've got going on there for June 17th videos, for Bleach stuff and all that we've got going.
Yeah, give that a look down below. Also follow Simon on all his channels, follow me on all of my channels.
Yeah, and if you like what you see with Danganronpa, we will see about doing more again soon.
The power is yours, viewers.
Yes. Let us know. Give us some likes if you enjoyed this and want to see more, or let us know your thoughts in the comments. And until then, we'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.
Bye.